Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh and Diop. According to Diogenes Laertius, Eudosis translated for the first time Egyptian scientific works into Greek, and he introduced for the first time in Greece accurate notions of the course of the five planets, badly construed until then, and whose true nature would have been taught to him in Egypt. Undoubtedly, the theory of the epicycles. From the above two texts, it appears that both Plato and Eudosis experienced the same difficulties as Pythagoras in order to be initiated and taught by the Egyptian priests, and that in the end, this initiation was only partial, especially as far as Plato is concerned, in spite of his long 13-year stay, who would turn out to be less of a mathematician than Eudosis. And we have already said that it is for this reason that Plato keeps himself from engaging in serious, that is, consequential and detailed mathematical digressions or developments. All the mathematical elements of his work are borrowed ones. In the Theaetetus, for instance, or are notions that he had learned in Egypt, and which already being taught in Greece, like the theory of the series, geometric, arithmetic, harmonic, of which he makes extensive use in his construction of the world's soul. It is remarkable that neither Plato nor Eudosis ever cite their Egyptian teachers, despite the formal testimony by Strabo. We have already said that one could believe Strabo without any doubt when he reveals to us the existence of the Egyptian priests who engage in theoretical speculations, those of a unique, genuine astronomy, from which both he himself and all the Greek scholars of his time were still drawing on. One can believe him when he says that before the translation into Greek of Egyptian scientific works, the Greeks knew almost nothing about astronomy and the theoretical and applied sciences in general, not even the exact duration of the year. One will notice that it is out of the question that a Greek scholar as chauvinistic as Strabo would present the Egyptians as being simple empirists, next to the Greeks as the true theoreticians. Such an idea could never cross the minds of the Greek scholars, who had all been pupils of the Egyptians at the birth of Greek science. Thales, who inaugurated the cycle by being the first to introduce Egyptian science into Greece, particularly geometry and astronomy, never dared to make such a claim, for it would have been ridiculous in his own eyes. Also, after he is finished teaching Pythagoras all that he knew, he advised him to follow his own example, to go and complete his training with the Egyptian priests, the true keepers of scientific knowledge at that time. That is why Pythagoras spent 22 years in Egypt, obtaining information about all the sciences that he could. And when he returned to Greece, he founded the sect that bears his name, characterized above all by the quasi-integral maintenance of the Egyptian methods, the symbolic method of Plutarch, Isis, and Osiris, the idea of the omnipotence of the number that governs the universe. See pages 270 and 272. The metempsychosis or transmigration of souls, which is also found in Plato, the so-called Pythagorean theorem, and the irrational numbers. See pages 346, 258 through 260. All these facts made Herodotus say that Pythagoras was nothing but a vulgar plagiarist of his Egyptian masters. And we'll pause right here, continue back this wonderful read of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel Riley. Highest heart.